All right, let's talk about financial freedom. We're all chasing it, right? And what's the one piece of advice we always hear? Just earn more money. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the real secret is something way simpler? A single, powerful word you can start using, like right now.
I mean, it's the dream, isn't it? That feeling of not having to stress about money. The freedom to make choices because you want to, not because you have to. That feeling of just being secure. We all want that. But the usual advice on how to get there, that's where things get tricky.
Yep, there it is. The answer is always the same. Earn more money. Get that promotion, start a side hustle, grind 24/7. It's all about boosting your income. But let's be real. How many of us have gotten a raise only to find that the stress didn't magically disappear? A bigger paycheck, for sure, doesn't always equal more peace of mind.
Okay, so this is where we need to flip the script entirely. Because real, lasting financial freedom, it's not about the size of your paycheck. It's about the power of your choices. It's less about how much you can stack up and way more about being intentional with what you have. All right, section 1, the big revelation. So what's this big secret? Well, it's not some complicated financial trick. It's actually a massive shift in how you think. You can forget about confusing spreadsheets or high-risk investments for a minute. The real key here is a simple skill. Think of it like a muscle you can build. And trust me, it is an absolute game changer. Here it is. Financial freedom begins with the freedom to say no. Just let that one sit for a second. It's a huge idea. It means true power isn't about all the stuff you can buy, but about what you're strong enough to walk away from. So why is no so powerful? Well, think about it. Every time you say an uncontrolled yes to that impulse buy, to that dinner you can't afford, you're adding a little bit of financial stress. Saying no is you, in that moment, choosing your long-term goals over a short-term temptation. It totally redefines what freedom means. It's not about buying everything. It's about having the power to choose what truly matters to you. Okay, section 2, how to say no. So getting the idea is easy, but actually doing it, that takes practice. It's like building a muscle, so let's get into the how-to. Okay, so here's a simple 4-step guide. First up, step 1, you've got to know what actually matters to you. What's your why? Is it your family, stability, amazing experiences? Get crystal clear on that. Then, step 2, give yourself permission to say no to all the random stuff. Those impulse buys, the social pressure, it's okay to reject them. This isn't about punishing yourself, it's about protecting what's important. Step 3 is a big one. Get your loved ones on board. Make it a team effort. When everyone knows the goal, it's so much easier. And finally, step 4. It's all on the delivery. When you say no, explain it with respect, frame it as a positive choice you're making together for a bigger win down the road. Moving on to section 3, putting no into practice. Okay, this all sounds good in theory, right? But what does it actually look like day to day? Let's walk through a super common situation. Okay, picture this. You're at the store with your kid. On one hand, you have the impulsive yes. Your kid wants something, you buy it to avoid a scene, it feels easier, but boom, another small leak in your budget. But now look at the other side, the conscious no. Instead of just saying no, you explain, hey, we're not getting this right now because we're saving up for that awesome vacation. See the difference? Suddenly, it's not a no. It's a powerful lesson about working towards something great together. And that's how you make this a real habit for the whole family. You plan things together so everyone knows the limits and feels included. And you've got to walk the talk. When you say no to your own impulse buys, you're showing them it's a value you all share. Before you know it, no isn't a bad word anymore. It's just part of the plan for reaching that awesome thing you all want. All right, section 4, the real reward. So after all this work, what's the big prize? Well, I'll tell you this. It's a heck of a lot more than just a bigger bank account. This is really the heart of it all. We need to redefine financial freedom. It is not the ability to buy absolutely anything you want. It's the power to say no to all the things that don't matter and to do it without feeling guilty or afraid. And once that clicks, I mean really clicks deep down, the change is about so much more than your finances. It's a fundamental shift in how you see the world. Because, as the saying goes, conscious choices and limits create not just financial security, but inner peace. And that's the real endgame, isn't it? It's that feeling of calm control, swapping out that constant, nagging money anxiety for a deep sense of peace because you know you're in the driver's seat. So yeah,
It's a big idea, but its power is in the small stuff. The little choices you make every single day. The ones that are 100% in your control.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. What's the last thing you said no to so you could say a bigger yes to your own financial freedom? Because that right there, that tiny moment of choice, that's where this whole thing starts. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.